Italian nude art has one of the longest and most influential histories in Western culture. It is not just a story of beauty or anatomy, but a story of how the human body became a central language for art, philosophy, religion, and power. The roots begin in ancient Rome, where the nude body was inherited from Greek ideals but adapted into Roman culture. Sculptures of gods, emperors, and athletes often followed the Greek tradition of idealized proportion. The body was not simply private or personal, it was political. A sculpted nude emperor could represent strength, authority, and divine legitimacy. The human form became a symbol of control and civilization, but it was during the Italian Renaissance that nude art reached a new intellectual and artistic peak. In this period, Italy became the center of a cultural rebirth that redefined how the body was seen. Artists no longer treated the nude as just mythology or decoration. They began studying it scientifically, anatomically, and emotionally. Painters like Leonardo da Vinci carefully analyzed muscles, bones, and proportions. His sketches show a deep fascination with how the body moves, breathes, and balances itself in space. For him, the nude was not only beautiful, it was a system of knowledge. At the same time, artists like Michelangelo transformed the nude into something monumental and spiritual. His sculptures, such as David, present the human body as both physical perfection and inner tension. The anatomy is precise, but the emotional presence is even stronger. The body becomes a vessel for thought, courage, and divine potential. In Italian Renaissance painting, the nude also became deeply connected to mythology. Figures like Venus, Adam, and classical gods allowed artists to explore the body within narrative structures. Painters such as Sandro Botticelli created works where the nude body is delicate, symbolic, and often idealized. In The Birth of Venus, for example, nudity is not presented as shock or realism, but as purity, transformation, and mythic beauty. However, this acceptance of the nude was never without tension. The Catholic Church played a major role in shaping how nudity could be displayed. While religious institutions commissioned vast amounts of art, including nude figures in biblical scenes, they also imposed moral limits. After the Renaissance peak, especially during the Counter-Reformation, many nude works were censored or modified. Drapery was added to cover figures. Frescoes were altered to reduce exposure. The same bodies that were once celebrated became politically and morally controlled. Despite this, Italian nude art continued to evolve. In the Baroque period, artists intensified emotion, movement, and drama. The nude body became more dynamic, often shown in moments of struggle, ecstasy, or transformation. Light and shadow added psychological depth, turning the body into a stage for human intensity rather than static ideal. Over time, Italian nude art influenced all of Europe. Academic traditions, sculpture techniques, and painting styles spread outward, shaping how generations of artists understood anatomy and beauty. But perhaps the most important legacy of Italian nude art is not just technical, it is philosophical. It established the idea that the human body is not separate from high art. It can represent divinity, knowledge, emotion, and identity all at once. It can be studied like science, shaped like sculpture, and interpreted like poetry. Even today, when we look at modern art, fashion, or photography, we are still seeing echoes of that Italian foundation. Because in Italy's artistic history, the nude was never just a subject. It was a way of understanding what it means to be human.